Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, hi, I'm so glad you're joining us today. If you've ever looked at your bank account at the end of the month and wondered, where did all my money go? You're not alone. I've been there too. And trust me, it's a frustrating feeling. But here's the good news. You don't need to be a financial wizard or live on ramen noodles to start saving more. Today, we're diving deep into 7 simple budgeting hacks that'll help you take control of your money and put more cash back in your pocket every single month. These are practical, beginner-friendly tips that anyone in the U.S. can start using right now, especially as we roll through 2025 with prices creeping up everywhere. So grab a notebook, a coffee, or whatever keeps you cozy, and let's get into it. Oh, and stick around to the end, because I've got a bonus tip that could save you hundreds of dollars with almost no effort. All right, let's kick things off with hack number 1, the 50-30-20 rule. If you've never heard of this, it's one of the easiest ways to organize your money without overcomplicating things. Here's how it works. You take your monthly income. Let's say you bring home $3,000 after taxes, and you split it into 3 buckets. 50% goes to your needs, which is stuff like rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, gas, basically anything you can't live without. That's $1,500 in our example. Then, 30% goes to your wants. Think dining out, that Netflix subscription, maybe a new pair of shoes you've been eyeing. That's $900 for fun stuff. And finally, 20%, that's $600, goes straight to savings or paying off debt. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if my rent is sky high? And yeah, in places like California or New York, 50% might not cover all your needs. That's okay. You can tweak it, like 60-20-20 or whatever works for you. The point is, it gives you a clear framework to start with, and it's way less intimidating than those crazy spreadsheets some people use. I started doing this a couple of years ago, and it was a total game changer for keeping my spending in check. Moving on to hack number 2. Track every single penny you spend. I know. This sounds like a chore, and maybe you're rolling your eyes right now, but hear me out, because this one's huge. You don't need a fancy ledger or anything old school. Just grab a free app like Mint, YNAB. You need a budget, or even the Notes app on your phone if you're low-tech. The idea is to write down or log every dollar that leaves your account. That $5 latte on your way to work? Track it. The $12 you spent on lunch because you forgot to pack something? Track it. Those little impulse buys on Amazon? Yep, track those too. Why does this matter? Because when you see it all laid out, you realize how much those small expenses add up. I had a friend who did this for the first time and found out she was spending $200 a month on random snacks and coffee runs. She cut that in half just by being aware of it. It's not about shaming yourself, it's about knowing where your money's going so you can decide what's worth keeping and what's not. Give it a try for just 1 week, and I promise you'll be amazed at what you discover. Now, let's talk about hack number 3. Cutting subscription creep. This one's sneaky, and it's something so many of us fall into without even noticing. Did you know the average American spends over $200 a month on subscriptions? That's cable, streaming services, gym memberships, random apps you signed up for because they had a free trial. Stuff you might not even use anymore. I'll admit, I was guilty of this too. I had this one app for editing photos that I hadn't opened in 6 months, but it was still quietly taking $8 out of my account every month. So here's what you do. Pull up your bank statement or credit card bill right now. Pause this video if you have to, and look for every recurring charge. Write them down and ask yourself, do I actually use this? Does it bring me joy or value? If the answer's no, cancel it. Call the company, hit the unsubscribe button, whatever it takes. Keep the stuff you love, like I'm not giving up my Spotify, but ditch the dead weight. It's like cleaning out your closet, but for your wallet, and the savings add up fast. Hack number 4 is one of my personal favorites. Meal prep like a pro. Look, I get it. Cooking isn't everyone's thing, and takeout is so convenient, especially when you're busy. But if you're trying to save money, this is where you can make a massive dent. Eating out or ordering delivery can easily cost you $10, $15, even $20 a pop, especially with fees and tips these days. Compare that to making your own meals at home. You can spend $10 at the grocery store and turn it into 5 lunches for the week if you plan it right. Here's how I do it. Every Sunday, I sit down for like 20 minutes and plan out my meals. Nothing fancy, just stuff like chicken and rice, pasta with veggies, maybe a big batch of chili. Then I make a grocery list, hit the store. Aldi or Walmart are gold mines for cheap ingredients, and cook everything in one go. It takes a couple of hours tops, and boom, I've got food for days. Pro tip, get some reusable containers so it's easy to grab and go. Not only do you save money, but you might even eat healthier, which is a nice bonus. If you're new to this, start small. Maybe just prep lunches and build from there. You'll be shocked at how much cash you keep in your pocket. Next up, hack number 5. Automate your savings. This one's all about making saving money effortless, because let's be real. Most of us aren't great at remembering to move money into savings manually. The trick here is to set up an automatic transfer with your bank. Log into your online banking, or call them if you're not tech-savvy, and schedule a chunk of money to go from your checking account to your savings account every time you get paid. It could be $50, $100, whatever you can swing. If you get paid twice a month, that's $100 saved without even thinking about it. And by the end of the year, you've got $1,200 sitting there. I started with just $25 a paycheck because I was nervous about committing too much. But it felt so good watching that savings account grow that I bumped it up later. The best part? It's out of sight, out of mind. You don't even miss it because it's gone before you can spend it. Set it up today. It takes 5 minutes, and you'll thank yourself later when you've got a cushion for emergencies or something fun like a trip. Hack number 6 is a little old school but super effective. Use cash for fun spending. There's something about physically handing over dollar bills that makes you think twice about what you're buying. Studies back this up. People spend way less with cash than they do swiping a card or tapping their phone. Here's how to make it work. Decide how much you're okay spending on fun stuff each week. Maybe $50 for going out, grabbing a drink, whatever you enjoy. Go to the ATM. Pull out that cash, and that's your limit. When it's gone, it's gone. No dipping into your debit card or racking up credit. I tried this a while back, and it was wild how much more intentional I got with my spending. Like, I'd think, do I really want to blow $10 of my cash on this? And half the time, I'd skip it. It's like giving yourself a built-in spending cap, and it keeps those impulse buys in check. Give it a shot for a month and see how it feels. I bet you'll save more than you expect. And finally, hack number 7. Negotiate your bills. This one might sound intimidating, but it's easier than you think, and it can save you serious money. Think about all the bills you pay every month: phone, internet, cable, insurance. A lot of those companies will give you a better rate if you just ask. Here's how I do it. I call up the provider, let's say it's my internet company, and I say something like, "Hey, I've been a loyal customer for a while, but I've noticed your competitors offering a similar plan for less. I'd hate to switch, but can you help me out with a better rate?" Be polite but firm, and don't be afraid to mention what you're paying now versus what you could get elsewhere. I did this with my phone bill last year and knocked $15 off every month. That's $180 a year for a 10-minute call. Even if they say no, you've lost nothing. But 9 times out of 10, they'll throw you some kind of discount to keep you around. Pick one bill to start with, maybe your cable or car insurance, and give it a try this week. It's free money just sitting there waiting for you to claim it. Okay, before I let you go, here's that bonus tip I promised. Use cashback apps to stretch your dollars even further. Apps like Rakuten, Ibotta, or even Honey, if you shop online, they give you money back on stuff you're already buying, like groceries, clothes, or even takeout if you can't resist. I've racked up over $300 in cash back over the past year just by scanning receipts or clicking through their links before I shop. It's not a budgeting hack on its own, but it pairs perfectly with everything we've talked about today. And it's like a little reward for being smart with your money. Check them out. Most are free to use, and see how much you can stack up. So there you have it. 7 simple budgeting hacks, plus a little extra, to help you save more every month without turning your life upside down. Which one are you most excited to try? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell so you don't miss out on more money-saving ideas every week. I've got a free budget template linked in the description if you want to grab it. And if you've got any questions, just let me know. I'm here to help. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.